हाय ऑल, वेलकम टू बिजनेस लाइफ चैनल। यह चैनल स्टॉक मार्केट के लिए और व्यापारिक विचारों के लिए बनाया गया है। आज का विषय यही है कि 90% व्यापारी शेयर मार्केट में असफल क्यों हैं। अब 90% व्यापारी असफल क्यों होते हैं और शेयर बाजार में केवल 10% सफल क्यों हैं, इसके बारे में विस्तार से जाने। मुख्य कारण इस प्रकार हैं। तो अधिक भुगतान करने से पहले व्यवसाय का अध्ययन नहीं करना। 1. स्टॉक में निवेश करने या स्टॉक के लिए 2. सही समय पर निवेश करने के लिए। 3. एक लंबी अवधि के विचार, एक छोटी अवधि के विचार नहीं है। 4. भीड़ का अनुसरण करें। 5. शेयर के लिए अधिक भावुक होना, कुछ शेयरों के साथ प्यार में गिरना। 6. एक निवेशक के रूप में अपनी क्षमता को बढ़ाना। 7. रोमांच या जुआ खेलने के लिए इसमें मत रहो। 8. सीखने के लिए तैयार हर समय। 9. छोटे कट के लिए मत गिरो। जो असफल होते हैं वे हमेशा शॉर्टकट लोग होते हैं। 10. विश्लेषण का शिकार बनना। 11. अपनी गलतियों को स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं। अंतिम बिंदु जो 12वीं है, धैर्य की कमी। इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए धन्यवाद। अब आपको अंग्रेजी में विस्तार से बताने की अनुमति है।
Hi all, welcome to Business Life channel. The topic for today is why most of the traders fail in share market, or to be more precise, why almost 90% of traders fail in share market. That has been a bigger question all through the time. So why is only 10% are successful? What is happening to the rest of the 90% of the people? So what exactly is going wrong, and what exactly we need to work towards it to make a better trading experience. So I was just researching, thinking what different that we have to do so that we can give a different experience in the share market. So just did a few researches, and if you really follow these steps, I'm sure that you will fall in the 10% successful rate than falling in the 90% of failure. So I would say for the share market, people who are investing in share market, I think these pointers should be like a commandment. So there's a 10 commandments. I think here we have made a few more than 10 commandments. So you can, if you keep these points in your front of your desk, or put it in like a wallpaper in your desktop or laptop when you're investing or working on shares, I think this will definitely help you out. So I will get into these pointers would have come across in your share market life, or you would have done such mistakes, and if you can correct it, it's not too late. You can still invest and still make good money. So there you go, the points. The first point: not studying the business before investing in the stock. A lot of people just go ahead, blindly start investing in share market without even having a detailed study on that company. For example, if you get a news from someone saying that this stock is good, go invest in it and you will get double the profit, you blindly go and invest in the stock market. That's where you get hit. You would not know what time you're investing, what price are you buying it for. So without a proper knowledge of that particular business, do not invest in any company in the share market. Just because the company brand is big, the earning in crores, you do not invest your money in share market by just going with the name. You just do the research, do the analysis, see how the company is trending from past few years, how it's giving return, how it's giving dividend, what kind of percentage of shares have been bought regularly. Do a little research. It doesn't take much time for you to do a research of a company before you're buying. Hardly just 5 or 10 minutes. Just go through Google NSE sites. Then you'll get a clear idea of that business, and then you start investing. So you don't make that mistake, and you will turn out to be the successful trader in share market. So the next point is failing to invest at right time. So what is the right time to invest? So a lot of people will have this question. So most of the people, what they do mistake is, when you see the market is going very high, and you assume, yourself start thinking that it's going to reach X amount or Y amount, so I'll buy off immediately. They will not even look so what is the 52-week high and low of that particular stock is. They do not check anything. They just see a trending stock and they just purchase it. Maybe they are purchasing at the wrong time, maybe when the stock is having a very good rally, and they end up trapped in that high price value, and in case tomorrow if it goes more, you will not make a good returns as well. So for example, if you're buying a share, price 52 weeks high and low, if you see it's 52 high was 100 and 52 weeks low was on 70 or 60, just for an example, and when you see a market trending around 80, 90 and 95, you might end up buying at the 95 or 96. It's almost close to 52 weeks high. So, and if you see the same day, if you see the high of the day and low of the day, you will get an idea what the share was trending at that particular day. So you end up getting trapped buying at the wrong time and buying for the high value for that particular stock. So you need to be careful. Just don't blindly buy the stock. Go in detail, check the 52 weeks high and low. All the analysis is available. Nothing is hidden. You can easily check in any app like Money Control app. So it will give you a detail and study of that particular company. Then buy the share. So you will be on a safer side. The third point is not thinking long term, just having a short term view. So a lot of people getting in the share market, why the study says 90% is main reason is there'll be a lot of people are curious to see a lot of people are making good money in share market. So let us give a try. That is the hope everyone has. So what they do is they do not want to buy some stock and wait for 5 years, 6 years or 10 years. They just want to buy today, and within a couple of days or weeks or months they need to make it double. That is the intention of most of the crowd, most of the share people. How would I make at least monthly 10,000 to 20,000? So if you see in a lot of groups, and we've been supporting a lot of groups, answering people's questions. So what mainly we see a lot of people excitement is, can you help me out? Can you help me out getting at least 10 to 20,000 monthly, or can I get 1,000 per day or 2,000 per day? So their goal is only to make money by short term. So they do not have a long term plan, long term goal. So that is the biggest mistake most of the traders do in the share market. That is the another big reason they fail. So one thing you need to have is a long-term goal in share market. If the prices are high, you make a good profit, you can always book in short term as well, but your goal should be always a long term. You should not be thinking for a short-term view at all. Any stock you buy, you need to target at least for 5 to 10 years. Then you will start seeing a good return from that particular stock and you will become a successful trader. The next one is blindly following the crowd. I think this is one of the biggest mistake, not only in share market, in any business people do. Following a big crowd. If 10 people are saying something, so you just blindly go with them. You say, yeah, if 10 people are doing it, I should also do it. So there's some point in it why 10 people are doing it, so I should also do it and I can make good money. So in share market, if you see a lot of groups and channels, Telegram, and a lot of people, if you see a comments of 10 people saying buy X stock, buy S bank, buy S bank, S bank, S bank, then what happens in your mind is, okay, let me buy fast. So that excitement, when you see a lot of people are following it, you also tend to follow them. There'll be a lot of cases you might be right, a lot of cases you may gain good profit. Hardly 5 to 10% of chances of being successful if you start following a crowd. You might have got once or twice successful in getting a good stock following other people, but most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, you will fail if you start following anyone's advice blindly. If you don't analyze, if you don't check on the stock. And so that's one thing, main concept in the share market is do not blindly follow others. You do a research, you become expert, and then start investing in share market. Do not follow a crowd or do not follow anyone blindly. So that will help you becoming a successful trader and not falling in that 90% category. The next one, the very important one, is being more emotional towards a stock. So I see that very often. A lot of people do get a lot of emotion. If you take our example, when we do some video on some particular stock, I can see some people messaging me saying that, how can you say about that company like that company CEO is a great person, that particular company is giving so much of profit, and that company cannot fall down, and that share value will not fall down. They point out to us directly saying you're wrong. Yes, definitely we can be wrong, but we purely do on the seeing the market trend at the moment. We work on the current strategy, and we work purely on the what is happening at the moment to the business. We only see that and start doing the analysis and advising people. Not that we will be 100% correct all the time, but the advice for you all is do not get emotional to any particular stock in the market. If you gain good profit, have it, sell and make good profit and move on. Do not get emotionally attached to a stock. Tomorrow if anything happens to that particular stock or the company, all the money that you have invested will just go for waste. So at the end, who is going to lose is only you. You are the only one person going to lose that money. I'm not the advisor, not the company. You are the one going to lose that money. So you need to be careful. So do not get attached to any company or any stock, regardless of any big company. That the next important point is underestimating your potential as an investor. A lot of people have I think a lot of people don't think that they are good in the share market. If you are the person been investing from few years and you start analyzing the stock market and you think, okay, today this share is going to go up, but you don't have a confidence in yourself, you start asking for others, shall I buy the stock, should I invest there, the price is going high, the price is going down, should I sell it? So you are underestimating yourself. That is the biggest mistake any and every shareholder does. So you need to start having confidence on yourself. You need to start taking that call even if there is a risk in it. So the biggest reason a lot of people do fail is they are not ready to listen to themselves. They are ready to listen to any other expert. So do not underestimate yourself. Start believing in yourself in share market, and that can also lead to a good success rate, and you don't fall in that failure category. So the next one, a very important one, is not to be in it for the thrill or for the gamble. You should not be investing your money in a stock market for the thrill or like a gamble. What happens is if you have somehow earned some money today, you will definitely lose tomorrow if you have that thrill and gamble in your mind. So always see like a side income, that you investing some money, and when it is up you sell it, book the profit. Do not get into a mindset of I invested today 1 lakh, I got 50,000 profit. So that stock was maybe lucky for you that day. So you start becoming an expert over there, and you start putting an additional 1.5 lakh there, and you end up losing 60-70,000. So what happens is mainly in when you have a gambling mindset, what you earn you will be losing in coming days or coming months. So do not look share market with the thrill and with gambling perspective. And the next one is be willing to learn all the time. This is not only in share market, in any business, anywhere in the world. Willingness to learn is a key thing to success. However successful person you are, you still have more to learn. As we're discussing about share market now, so the same rule applies here as well. Willingness to learn is a very important key. So most of the people, what happens after you getting into share trading for 1 year or 2 years, you start assuming, or you start thinking that you are an expert now, and maybe you would have made some few thousands through share market. You start thinking that you are an expert in share market. So you don't want to learn anything from anyone. You think that whatever your viewpoint is on share market is right, and whatever others saying is doesn't make sense, and it is not worth for studying. So what happens is there will be a lot of people coming up with different ideas, different strategies, which can help you. If you're earning 1,000 today, I'm not saying that your knowledge is wrong. If you're earning 1,000 today, with adding their knowledge, learning more, you can make it 2,000, or you can make it 5,000. So that's how you have to be. You have to be open for learning. You have to start believing in other people's teaching as well. So if that is going to help you, and by learning new things and new techniques, which you can apply to your share market, and you can become a very successful trader. So next one is, don't fall for shortcut. So this is a very key thing in share market. Like, do not fall for any kind of shortcuts. So if imagine if you're in any particular group, or anyone is advising saying this is a shortcut, you will make quick money here, you jump to it and thinking that okay, this is it, let me invest all my money there, without any study, without any research. And you think, if others are learning, let me also jump and learn into it. And if some company say this is a small penny stock, and we are seeing a very good news coming up, some big company is going to take over this particular company, invest in it, you will not do any research, you just jump because you need to make money quickly and you want to take any kind of shortcut possible. Do not do that. That will again affect your investment, and you may end up in losing your money. So you need to be more careful. Do not take any shortcut in anything in your life. All shortcut has a catch, and that will only pull you down, and your investment will go for waste for sure. So that stay away from any kind of shortcuts. Will help you to again become a successful trader. And the next big point is becoming a victim of analysis. How do you become a victim of analysis? If you join any group, you will see if there is around 1,000 plus members, you will see more than 10 to 20 people giving the complete GAN with their analysis, candlestick, how it is going to happen. Today the share price is 2,000, tomorrow it's definitely going to be 200. They'll give you a lot of analysis, and you start believing that, because when you see the complete data, you start believing in the analysis, and you start buying that share. So you will have only positive about that share, because you are completely believe that the analysis what is told is completely right, and they give a complete detailed analysis, so you fall for it. So do not jump to any analysis. What you have to do is, if someone is giving analysis a strategy, you also have to put your effort. That's the biggest point. You need to put your effort cross-checking if those analyses are right. Does it really make sense? Or should I believe it and then invest? Should I check by myself what the company is and how the stock is? So if you start doing that, you will be saved, and you will start making more money, and you will not lose money on wrong analysis and wrong calculations. And the next point is not willing to accept your mistake. So when we said one of the points we did discuss, saying not willing to learn, it's something similar. Not willing to accept your mistake. If you have invested on some share and you feel that what you've done is wrong, quit immediately. Don't have to think twice. It's your money. No one else gonna question you. You have to answer yourself, no one else. So if you think you made some mistake, correct it immediately. There is nothing wrong in accepting a mistake. Anyone can make mistake. Imagine you have done analysis, and you assume that this share is going to go so much, and it didn't go. It's okay. You are wrong this time. It's fine. The mistakes happen. So what you have to do is do more further analysis. So the moment you start accepting your mistake, you win the race. So that will lead to a good trader. And the last point for today's discussion, a lack of patience. I think this point, it's a little different from investing in long term and short term. Main thing is lack of patience. When you invested some money in the share market, one thing you need to learn to become a successful is to have a good patience. The moment you lose your patience, you're done. You start panicking in the share market. I've seen so many people ask me questions that I've invested 10,000 shares today and it is falling down. Will I lose all my money? Shall I sell it out for the loss? They start getting panic. They don't have a patience. That is what the key thing in share market is. Main thing is you need to have patience. So if you have invested in the share market, if you see that particular company is good, don't worry. Wait, have patience. That will bounce back. It may take its own time, but that will definitely bounce back. That is the main thing in the share market. You need to have a very good patience. So with patience, you can earn a lot of money in share market. If you talk to any long-term investors, like people who have invested for 5 to 10 years or 10 years above, if you ask them how is your share market experience, how much have you gained, they will have only positive to tell you. If you can just do a random check, not the people who've been in the share market for 10-15 years, I'm saying people who have invested for long term. If you ask them their experience, they'll have a totally different experience. You can see them earning a lot. They would have bought a share for 100 years back. Now it might be trending in 700 or 800. They would have got 10 times or more than that profit. So they will be the happiest person. But you see very, very less percentage of traders who invest for a long term. So that is where you have to learn to have more patience. So you can see a lot of experts, I don't want to name them, you can see many experts, only one suggestion they have is if you want to gain or be a successful trader, you need to have patience. And that is a topmost rule in share market, that without patience you cannot make money. So you need to have a high level of patience when you're getting into share market, and invest wisely. That's all we have for today. So we just gave you the list of points. Hope it helped you guys, because if you can make these pointers as a rule book for your share market, if you are not, start following it. There is nothing wrong in following the steps what we've given. This is not only our step, this is analysis. A lot of experts have told the same thing. So I would say follow these steps, make it a rule book, so that you do not go away from these rules. You will definitely be in the 10% successful share traders, and who knows, the 10% start increasing if many start following the right way of share market. And we don't see next year when you pull the report saying it's 90% of failure, it can go up to 80 or 70. Let's hope for the best in the share market. Best of luck for all the people who are investing in share market. Invest wisely, invest in good companies, do a research by yourself and invest. Do like our video, do comment. If you have any query, we'll definitely revert back. Do check our other videos we have done on how share market works, what are the things you need to be more careful about in share market when you're investing. We've done a couple of videos. Do watch that. If you have a great heart, you can always subscribe our channel, so it will motivate us mainly, because when we start seeing a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, a lot of likes, so it will make us happy. That's all we're doing for. So thank you all, and have a wonderful day.